What's up, good people? What's happening, good people? How we doing today? We are going to draw a throwback today. And our throwback character is going to be Popeye. Yeah, I'm going to take that picture that you see on the table there and with the design at the top, I'm going to make him more up to date, a little screamy. Change his mouth design, his facial expression. Like his chin is not going to be as loud as that chin is, but I'm gonna exaggerate it and see what we come up with. How about that? Uh, my mic playing games with me today, so I had to improvise. Improvise with the mic. That's my fan you hear blowing right now. We still in summertime, so I'm trying to stay cool. Trying to stay cool. I'm trying to find a good place to sit my mic. I'm just gonna sit it on the table, I guess. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But I'm gonna find out anyway. So I'm gonna take this whole design, distort it. Then we're gonna I'm gonna draw it. This is my practice paper. I'm gonna practice trying to sketch it. Then I'm gonna redo it and paint it. Hopefully I can get that all done today while we're here. Rashawn. Rashawn. Let me go back here. Let's see. Go to my channel. As you see, I'm still setting stuff up. I just want to come down here and draw today. Just gonna take the time off. Sit and chill. I decided not to today. So can you hear me? Chat, can you hear me, chat? Chat, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Switch my mic. Let's see how long it lasts. All right, so we're doing Popeye today. This is my practice sketch. Um, this is just a practice. It says Popeye, Popeye practice. I don't know if that's too small or not, but what we do here is I've been practicing with this dude this morning. So this morning I came up with this. His head is turned the same way that this one is. But what I wanted to do was make it extreme. So we're gonna make it extreme like that. And then I'm gonna add all my shading and stuff to it. And then we're gonna paint it. Okay. So this is how I prepare if I'm gonna teach a drawing. And the drawing that we're teaching today is Popeye. Popeye the Sailor Man. So let me do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get a whole new sheet of paper. This is my practice sketchbook. So we're gonna go practice drawing. Okay. And today is July 19th. And this is our fellow, Popeye. Okay. And there is Kirk's pencils. Got my pencils ready. This is our practice model. That's the model. That's how we're going to start our model to get our Popeye. So to get this shape, what we're going to do is we want this diagonal line, right? And then we want this line. Okay? We're going to start out with our crossbow. And we're going to do a nose. We're going to do an eye. We're going to do another eye. Okay? Now we're going to take a circle here to make his head. and this cap. It don't have to be perfect, but I'm a messy artist. I like to draw over my stuff over and over and over. Okay, his bib for his hat will be there, something like that. Then we're gonna get that jaw, a long jaw, that fat chin. We're gonna bring it down like this. Cross it like that. Okay. Um, that chin, that big chin down here, a big muscle chin right down there, like that. Then the collar here, something like that. Then we got to get his ear and put an ear over here, and the ear over here. Okay. Now to get his mouth in here, we gotta come down something like this on his nose. Something like that. That'll be our Popeye. So now you're actually watching how I put my drawings together. I come with a lot of practice. Okay, and I practice with the shape. Then I get me some tracing paper and figure out where my actual images is gonna go. Okay, and that's before I put them here and start painting them. Okay, so I gotta have a plan in hand before I actually start painting. This is my plan. You should try it too. Okay. So with that, let's start with the nose. So with the nose, I got this piece here. We want to come down, do something like a couple of bottle cap thingies here, and then round that off. Gotta give him a big nose. Okay, then poof this up. It's gonna be his nose. It's gonna be his nose. Okay. Then for his eye, we're gonna get the brow in there. Something like that. And this one over here like that. No, we got the little bushy tail eyebrows, right? And then the eye, the pupil. We'll make this one small. And this one will be the Popeye. It'll be the Popeye. And then somewhere along here, we gotta kind of start squaring off that head. Let's get that head together. All right. His hat. His hat. Let's do this hat. So this would be the bib right here. And this hat is kind of fluffy, right? He's a sailor. And on this side, where his brow is at, let's do something like this. I'm gonna make it flappy. Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye the Sailor Man. So this is gonna be his hat. This will be the bib. All right. We come down to his ear on both sides, his cheek, somewhere up in there like that. This ear here and this cheek. To make this ear big, just like I have it in my sketch. Then this cheek here, something like that. Okay, this ear over here. This is a practice drawing before I put it in the smaller book, right? My Chinese signature here for the ear, kind of Chinese logo, I guess you could say. No pun intended. So his upper lip will be right here on his nose. It's going to go up, something like that. We're going to drop it down and bring it up. Now this is the yelling part right here. This is the yelling part, right? And this is lip. This is lip. Bring this here. Bring this over some more. Okay. So from here, I'm gonna bring this over. Now, get that chin in there, that big chin that he has. We gotta make sure we square it off, right? Get that big chin, right? Right. It's coming in the It's coming in the view. I see it coming. And we're gonna take. I see it coming. It's working. It's working. You see it work? That's how we work. Whistle while you work. There's neck. His neck could be in there like that. This will be his collar and the shoulder. And over here, we have this collar. Just a little flap that goes over the sailor's back, right? So this will come down like that. Boom. This is the practice drawing. So over here we have something coming down like that. Maybe something here. Then for his teeth. I do this. The bottom teeth. Like that. His tongue will be in there. Like that. And this tooth. Another tooth. And another tooth. Right? Then we have this tooth going back here. And this tooth going back here. I may show some of the gum up in there like that. Some of his gum. Yeah. And all this will be black. That'll be black. His nose will cast a shadow. Right? All this will cast a shadow over here. And this ear will cast a shadow. This side of the face cast a shadow. And of course, some of his chin will cast a shadow. And you have a shadow on his neck. And then this collar here will cast a shadow. And we have some up here in his hat, casting a shadow. Right? And then all this, the bib of his cap, will be black. That'll be black. And then we give him some angry lines in here, like that. And this will be his eyebrows. And make them bushy. Make his eyebrows bushy. Yeah, that's Popeye. It's Popeye the Sailor Man. This eye should be bigger. Mr. Popeye. This eye will be small. All right, so there's Popeye, people. Using my practice drawing. Started out this way. Then I added my details. Then I added my shading. Okay, that's Popeye. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna draw them in the smaller book, and we're gonna paint them. We're gonna paint them. We are gonna paint Popeye. I may do something with the hat on this side and bring this over, square this off a little bit more. So I may change that piece. When I do draw, we're gonna add some color to him. So we're gonna put him over here, like right up there. I'm gonna bring this one down here. All right. Now we're gonna do the pencil part of this drawing. Now we're gonna make him a real good picture. All right. Then we're gonna color him. And we're gonna paint him. Yeah. Gotta have my inks. Gotta have my inks. My painting equipment. Definitely gonna need now. Get all my painting supplies. So as you can see, my desk is getting full. For the picture of Popeye, I am getting full supply. Yeah, as well with him. We might as well with him and maybe him. Okay. I think that's all we're gonna need. I think that's all we're gonna need. We gotta fit this on this drawing. So now we're gonna take this Popeye. We're gonna transfer him over there. The one we just drew. It'll take them about 30 minutes. Right. That didn't take but 30 minutes, right? All right. Roll out. Roll out. Roll out. Roll out. Roll out. Now we got Sandman hanging out with us in the picture. All right. So before when we started with the angle that we wanted, right? And the cross, we had to do our crosshair, right? Then we put in his nose, his eyes, right? We know his lip gonna be there we go. Let's put a little smiley face in there. How about that? A little smiley face. Let me see something. Let me cut this light out. See if you can see. May have too much light on that. Still too much light. Is that too dark now? Is that too dark? Wow, my lighting sucks. At the pencil stage, you can see some lines now. I'll put a little light on there. It's daytime here in Cleveland. So what we have is we have his eye here. We have our crosshair, and I'm drawing real light. Nose, smiley face, right? So now we're gonna do his brow, which is what I started off with last time. Gonna do a brow over here. All right. We're gonna do the bandana, but first I need to put the circle in here, right? I'm just going. I'm just going off to practice. There's the circle. There's the circle. Let's turn this light out. And I need to bring this down. Bring this down. Go across. Get the chin, chin, chin. The ear. And the ear here. I know his mouth is going to be in here. All right. Mouth going to be in there, right? Yep. All right. So now let's start working on the drawing itself. We have our fundamentals down. Now let's start drawing, working on drawing. So with his nose, this eye here, I want to make a little smaller. That's going to be not the Popeye. Popeye is going to be on the other side. This one here, I want to make a little bigger. Okay. Angry line, angry line. Get some of that head in there. And some of his head here. Right. Now we want to work on that hat. Right. So I guess some of the hat is not going to make the picture, which is fine. I could leave it open, and then this part come down, and this part come here like that. So that'll be the hat. The bib of his hat will be here. That's going to be the bib of his hat. AIviewerstreaming.com. Okay. All right. AI viewers are watching. I'll let the paint do that for his brows. Okay, so now let's get back to the face, but we're moving down to the ears. This is going to be the one big ear. Okay. Put my Chinese logo in it, my Chinese sign for his ear, or a musical instrument, you could say. The cheek, and come over here on this side and get this ear, make it a tad bit smaller because it is running into the cheek and then down to the jawline. That's what he's doing. Okay. Then this one would be the same. Run down and into the jawline. But that chin, you gotta make the chin a little exaggerated here. Bring it in, bring it in. Right. So this we have to fix. And go up like that. And bring this in here like that. And now clear all this out. Yeah, let's clear all that out. So now this is where it's going to look a little bit more like Popeye. Let's get that smiley face back in there. Let's bring that lip down, that mouth. Bring this over here, up like that. Yep. Bring this piece straight down to a point. And here, we'll just give him that. And here, a little bit of that. Let's cut it off some. And here, give him his neck. Give him his neck. Right there. A little bit of that there. There we go. He's coming into form now. I think this ear needs to be a little bigger. Let's put our Chinese sign over here. Just the little one. Let's bring the old man wrinkle down here. Like that. Old man wrinkle here. Like that. This hat will lose some of that there. And then this bib will come over a little bit more like that. Right. That's how we'll do that hat. Okay. So we got to give him this Popeye collar here. Drop his shoulder in there. This is his neck. And then over here, bring that collar around. This goes over the back. All right. Now, let's get on those teeth. I'm going to show some of that gum line. And the teeth at the bottom. And this tooth going around here. And this one here. One more there. Then the tongue. Then we'll have these going in the back. That'll be all I need to show there. Okay. I don't have his pipe. We don't have his pipe in here. We didn't add his pipe in the original. We did not add his pipe in our practice sketch. In our practice sketch, I didn't have his pipe. So I'm not sure how to add that pipe. Popeyes. I don't know if I should put it in there like that. Maybe we can. So with that, would that be cool? Think that'll work. I think that'll work. All right. Sailor Man. Okay. Now we can cut the lights back on. Think that'll work. So now I need my gummy eraser. It's time to get some inks on here. I'm stalling at this point because I'm trying to get my gum eraser loose so I can clear up some of these ink lines. There we go. Yeah, you can see that a little better now. That's a whole lot better. Yeah, a whole lot better. Let's get some of this ink off here. I did all their work just to remove some pencil lead. Huh. Well, that's how it goes. So now I need to decide what lines I'm going to keep and what lines I'm not going to keep. Yeah. We're going to start at the nose, of course. And that eye. Brush me. Exaggerate that a little bit. There we go. We got his eyes going everywhere. I don't know what color are their hats completely white or are their hats gray or black? A sailor, that is. Kirk's pencils. Y'all are rocking with Kirk's pencils. All right. So we're getting the angry dude together. We're turning our practice drawing into a painting. We're moving from pencils to ink to watercolors. That's what we're doing today. From pencils to ink to watercolor. That's what we're doing today, folks. This is my rendition of Popeye the Sailor Man. Okay. And I'm putting it in my painting not painting profile, painting portfolio. It's gonna go in my painting portfolio. So I better do this pipe before I mess up. Since at the last minute, I decided to put this bad boy in here. Still got some pencil lines I gotta get rid of. He is coming along good. That be the gum. His neck. Oh, all right. Inks are done. Inks are done. Let's let that dry a little bit. I think the top is, yeah. Don't look like I let it dry highly none, huh? All right, let's clean that off. We're going to do a little bit of review. Okay, let's do a review of how we got here. So this is how we got here. We started with Kirk's pencils going live, of course. Right. But we started with this picture. That was the picture. So we started with this picture. I found this Popeye. I said, let's exaggerate that and let's make it a painting that maybe somebody would be interested in, okay? So this was my reference picture, and I came up with this sketch of how to change that photo. So that was the sketch, and I went on and got me some tracing paper, and I put some tracing paper over there to draw my Popeye based upon my reference, which was this guy. Okay, which was this guy. So when I put the tracing paper over there, I knew how I wanted to draw him, his teeth, but I didn't put the pipe in there. His tongue I made bigger. I showed his bottom teeth. I made one eye big, one eye smaller, right? That's what I did. So this one here, I just put another sheet over here to know how when I go to paint them, I want to put in my colors and shading and shadows. So that's that piece. So then we went to the practice paper. The practice paper. This is the practice paper. Of course, Sandman is in the way. So with the practice paper, I Drew my layout, my foundation down first. Then I went in and drew the sketch itself. Okay. And as I was drawing and putting it in the portfolio for painting, I said, hey, I didn't put the pipe in. So I came back to my practice paper, practice drawing, to see how the pipe would look if I added it. So now I'm into the painting stage. And this is the final. This is the line art of that sketch, of that Popeye. Now I'm going to paint it and give it my own little powwow. Pow, make it pop for me. But I do want to add some more blacks inside here. I'm going to do that with the Indian ink. And then here, um, I don't know if I should make his pipe black or not. I think I'm going to make it brown. Make it brown. I'm going to do it with black and brown. Okay, so I added that. I added his teeth, his back teeth, things like that, his gum line. And that's ready for the painting. All from that drawing right there. All from that drawing. That's the practice sketch. All right, so let's get some Indian ink and a paintbrush. Or should I just do it with? I think I will just do it with. I'll do it with the Pentel pen. Let me just do it with the Pentel pen. This is kind of dangerous. So I'm gonna use it. Try not to use this boy too often because we always get paint everywhere, ink everywhere. I'm already started. Because that won't come off. There we go. Getting ink everywhere already. So, yeah, pretty much. All right, let's put this away before I get ink everywhere. So, what we'll do is we get our little pen here, paintbrush, another paintbrush, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Show you what we're gonna do. Go in here to my paint box and get the Indian ink out. All it takes is a little dab down there. One more dot. Boom. Don't need much. Put that away. Let my brush a little bit. My paper towel. Now we're gonna play with some paints. Now we're gonna play with some color. Just a little splash of color. Just a little splash of color. That's enough. No more than that. You want that to be black there, so that's why I went to the Indian ink to get it to be a little darker. I'm gonna want to do that in watercolor. But when you dip it in gray, in water, the brush, it gives it the gray effect, the wash, gray wash. Now, using the brush and the Indian ink helps save your pen tail or your Sharpies or your Copic markers a little longer when it comes to the black. One of the dominant colors that's always used in a painting or drawing of an image such as this. So now that I'm getting close, I don't have a lot of area to cover. I can go to my brush marker. And this is the reason why I don't like using Indian ink because, get ink everywhere. Get ink everywhere. So now I can let this brush, do all the tighter work for me. Get into the tighter places. All right, so I don't know if I need to make this part. I do, because this is the inside of his collar. So now I'm gonna need some more black. I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. See how I covered that area very quickly using just that. Now just go back to my brush. There we go. That's it for the black. I'm done with the black. Okay. Done with the black. Need to add the shoulder in. All right. So now I want to put down the splash of color that we're going to use. So I'm going to use some yellow. Here. Ah, around his face a little bit. Just a little splash of color. Not a lot. But what I want to do, I want to go back to this black, but I want to make it a gray wash. I should have did this first, but it's just now coming to me. Thank you, Jesus. Just want to show a little contrast there. All right, so that's good enough. That's good enough. Now let's get that skin tone. Let's get a skin tone. Using that yellow and the tan. We can make our Popeye look a little cool. I like how this is coming together. Neck. All right. Now let's get some red brown. Let's get some brown. A little bit of brown. Some brown on this pipe. Dry brush it. All right. It's starting to pop. It is starting to pop. Now, let's go with that blue. Let's go with that blue. Let's go with that blue. It needs to be a little darker. We'll come back with that later. Hit that later. Let's get that song. The red. All right, that is popping. It is starting to pop. Yeah, that's working. That is working. Okay, so we need to get the gums. We need to get the gums. Just a touch of orange, not a lot. We need to get the gums. That's all it needed. That's all it needed. Let's go on over that um, skin tone a little bit more. Wow, that turned out good. All right, all right. This is looking good. I am happy with that. Happy with the turnout. Wow. That sounds very well. I like. Do some cleanup. Thinking about doing something to the sky. I like the way this turned out. Trying to get you a closer look. Yeah, maybe we get some gray smoke coming out of here. How about that? What if I get some gray smoke coming out of his pipe? Hmm? Something like that, huh? Okay, I ain't doing nothing else. That's it. We done. We done. Yeah, I think I'll post this in the crew, in the cartoon block crew. I think I'm gonna post this in the cartoon block crew. I think what I would do is, um, ah, Yeah, that makes it pop a little bit more. Yeah, let's not call it done yet. Let's do a little more enhancing to it. The thicker black marks is bringing the drawing out more. Yeah, Popeye wasn't no punk. Popeye was not no punk. Some render marks on them. All right, I think that's it. I think we can call it done now. Yep, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm out.